I need to think about it. This is the most common objection people come across in their sales calls, and after this video, you're gonna know exactly how to deal with it. The first thing you need to understand is that I need to think about it is a smokescreen. This is not a real objection, because realistically, if someone says they need to think about it, do they sit on a chair and go and think about it for a day or two? Obviously not. They know the answer in their head, but they're just trying to avoid a confronting situation. So, how do you get your prospect to relax and actually open up to you about the real objection? This is exactly where debunking the objection comes in, where you need to split the objection. Realistically, there's only two real objections that you should come across nearer the end of the sales call. There's a financial objection and there's a program objection. Either there's something to do with your program that does not align with them, which is why they can't move forward, or they genuinely can't afford it. In order to debunk the objection and split them one of these two ways, there's two methods you can use. You can simply say, well, Bob, it's funny, I have so many of these calls every single day helping people like you. And the funny thing is, a lot of people say the same thing as you, they need to think about it, right? The funny thing I've found after years of doing this is that when people need to think about it, they don't usually need more time to think about it. They actually need more information. Right? And the interesting thing is that I'm the actual only person who can give you more information about this program. So that being said, in terms of moving forward, was it more of a financial thing that was kind of holding you back? Or was it more about the program itself? Maybe something in there didn't really work for you? You've seen here that I've agreed with him. I didn't argue with the prospect, but then I gave him a new perspective that he doesn't need more time, he simply needs more information, and then we've given him two options, a this or a that. Now, the second way you can debunk it in a very similar fashion is, well, Naeem, it's funny. I actually agree with you. I think you do need to think about it. If you didn't have to think about such a big decision like this, I'd be a bit worried for you, honestly. That being said, in terms of actually thinking about it, would you say it's more on the financial side or something to do with the program? Same way, we've debunked I need to think about it. You were just on a sales call, your prospect told you they need to think about it, you've been able to objection handle the smokescreen, and now you're on a financial objection. Here's exactly how you handle a financial objection to collect cash on the call. The thing is, most people don't understand that the financial objection is actually two objections in one. And the first thing you need to do is understand which objection it is. With finances, it's either a logistical issue where they don't actually have the cash you're asking for, or it's a value objection and they don't see that the program is equivalent to the money you're asking for. So what you would say in this situation is, so Bob, you actually want to do this? Like you want to get in shape and take action on your health? And Bob's gonna say, yeah, I do wanna do this. And so now you've got this confirmation, you need to ask him why. Just remind me again, why do you want to do this? Like, why do you actually want to get in shape? And he's going to tell you exactly why, resell himself to you, you've pulled away, he's pushed towards you. And now we go into asking him which type of financial objection it is. And we're going to say something on the lines of, and so Bob, I know you said it's a financial issue. In terms of finances, would you say it's more of a cash flow thing? Like you want to do this, but you need to figure out the best way to do it with your budget? Or would you say it's something in terms of value where you just don't see the coaching program we have on offer for you as equivalent to £4,000? And so now, once Bob determines whether it's the logistical or the value-based, if he says it's a cash flow issue, we then need to somewhat offer him a payment plan, but we don't just give that as the first option. We need to make the payment plan scarce by saying, and Bob, look, I know you really want to do this. I can see in your eyes that you have a strong desire to make this change. I don't usually do this, but in some cases when people want to do it just like you, but they don't have the financial means just like this to pay the full program, we can do a payment plan. If I were to figure out a payment plan for you, would that be something of benefit? Now, Bob will confirm that, and once he does confirm that, you then need to ask him, Bob, is it okay then if we have a more open conversation about your finances so I can figure out the best financial payment plan for you? Because the thing is, we know that collecting cash up front is a benefit for both parties. It's a benefit for you because you have more cash flow in your business, and it's a benefit for Bob because the more he puts up front, the more commitment he has to the program. And so then you're gonna ask Bob two very simple questions. And so Bob, like roughly, how much do you actually have saved up? And okay, perfect. And you don't have to tell me the exact amount, but how much do you kind of make roughly per month? Once you've got these two pieces of information, you figure out the best payment plan for him, and then you offer that to him. Again, with scarcity. And that is exactly how you handle the financial objection on the logistical side with the cash flow, but the value, it's completely different. And so hypothetically, once we ask them, which one it is for them. If they say it's a value thing, for example, they say, yeah, I just don't think the coaching program's worth 4,000. It's pretty expensive, right? Something on the lines of this. So this is where we, number one, need to reaffirm their goals. And number two, we need to heighten the pain and genuinely ask them how much this means to them. This is number one, where we need to get them to reaffirm their goals. But number two, this is where we need to heighten their pain and actually ask them how much this money means to them in comparison to the goal that they want to achieve, the transformation. So we would go, for example, so Bob, just to confirm, you actually want to do this? Like, you actually want to invest into your future and take action on XYZ thing? Remember, we're pulling away here. We're letting them resell themselves to us. They're gonna say, yeah, I actually do want to do this. And why was that again? And he's then gonna resell himself to you. Once you collect this information as ammo, you're now gonna go, okay, perfect. And if you, for example, came off this call and just, didn't really take action and left it for another 2, 4, 6, 8 weeks, maybe a couple years, and you didn't take any action, like, how do you see that playing out? Like, would it just be a normal day in the office, or would there actually be any pain towards it? So we heighten the pain. And you're finally gonna put the nail in the coffin by asking something on the lines of, okay, and Bob, just to clarify, if you were to have $4,000 in the bank account, or the physique, the dream physique that you've actually been wanting to, and your health in check, which one would you actually rather have? And so now if they say they want the money, you'd say, oh, that's fine then. If you'd put your money over health, then, we probably wouldn't end up working together either way. But if they said the health, and they wanted the physique rather than the money, you'd go, okay, so Bob, what are we waiting for? Like, what's actually really holding us back from getting you started? So either way, it's a win-win, because if someone puts the money over health, you don't want them in your program regardless. But if someone wants the health and physique over the money, it's a guaranteed close. Win-win.